I think you're an amazing guy because you take your suffering that you had in your past and you've figured it out. Like, you figured out the algorithm of life. Sit your ass down. And we are back with our second anniversary at Grande Saloon with somebody who's had a very big impact on the way I do certain things with my business, and that's Mr. Wally Green.
The Wally Green.
The Wally Green. NYC ping pong champ, ping pong
world champ. Germany, North Korea. Yeah, look at him.
His cheeks are good.
Yeah, he's blushing.
Well, Wally, thanks so much for coming all this way, man. And you brought your partner with you.
Yeah. I brought my boy with me.
I will say this, Wally, I challenged Wally to a ping pong match in the Grande Saloon, and he conveniently doesn't have a ping pong.
I told him he could have a tennis racket and you could have a guitar pick.
I could have a wall.
Beat him.
I could have a wall. Listen, I started playing ping pong up against the wall, and I realized the wall's undefeated.
Yeah.
Wally, what's going on? What's new in the world of you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just been doing what I do every day, and it's been interesting year. Getting ready for next year, actually.
So what's coming up next year?
Oh man, well, I still got stuff coming up this year. I still have my actually no, that's next year, February. See, thinking ahead. So next year I have my MSG Network story coming out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess they're waiting for Black History Month to put the story out. So that'll be coming out next year. Next year I'll start my book. I gotta do it. I said there's no way next year doesn't go by and I not finish that book. And then my documentaries.
Well, so you gave us a snippet when you were on the show,
yeah.
And you gave us an hour snippet of your story, and I know there was a lot of stuff. I know for a fact there was a lot of stuff left out. So if it's
listen, I drove him to Hoboken after that. A lot of stuff he left out of the show.
Yeah,
while he talked a bit.
With an hour, what can you do? What can you do? So when we obviously got introduced through Chris Kermitzos, and I wanted you to come on the show. What were your thoughts on that? These two guys want to come on the show,
No. But nothing like that. Because, I've figured out, like, over the pandemic, when we really have when we really have anything to do, I figured out that, I need to tell my story so that people can be inspired and motivated. Like, I never felt it that way or at that level until the pandemic, and when the pandemic came, we didn't have much to do, and I was like, what should I be doing? And someone just hit me and said, maybe you should be telling your story to inspire a lot of people that, came from where you came from. And so, when I met you guys, I was really happy because, I made this crazy goal actually last year. And I said, you know what, by the end of the year, I want to have done 100 podcasts. So I made a goal. I beyond surpassed the goal.
What are you up to now?
Like 270.
Was this like, I just want to score 5 points in a ping pong game?
Yeah, exactly. Set a goal.
Yeah.
Let me score 5 points and then
That little goal.
It was that little goal. And like I said, any platform that I could get on that someone can see and hear my story, I always want to do it, So
well, people heard your story a lot because your show did quite well.
Yeah,
it did quite well, and I think you're an amazing guy because you take your suffering that you had in your past and you've figured it out. Like, you figured out the algorithm of life, pretty much. And there's a lot more to learn. Obviously, I'm not saying you got it all figured out, but
your story should be told. I mean, you got a great survival story. I mean, you came from the streets and turned it into this international Wally Green.
Well, I like those little goals. I like that idea of the little goals you talk about because I'm a big believer in keeping your world small. So when you're having a tough time, you don't have to travel to Florida. You just got to make it to the next town.
Yes.
Those little goals to keep your world small, and it served you well. It served you well,
real well.
And now I hear you're going down to Podfest in Florida. Florida.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Yeah,
Man, we may have to hook up down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll be down there, same microphones, doing the same thing. A little bit quieter of a place, but
Maybe a little bit bigger table.
yeah, a little bit more of an intimate setting, I think.
Should have brought a couch in here, just 3 people sitting on a couch.
Again, I'm going to say this again. I feel like I'm in Ford's Theater, and John Wilkes Booth's going to come up behind me and put one right behind my ear. But I'm sure life's calmed down for you a little bit from where you were when you grew up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your stability is there.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. It's totally different.
The question, the one thing I want to say to you is the anxiety you must have felt growing up, never knowing where you're going to sleep when you were out on the streets in New York, to the stability you have now. What's changed in your mind, the way your mindset works?
I think now, I just always, I'm always able to push myself, and I'm always able to understand that, no matter what situation I'm going through, that things are going to be okay, no matter what. I never, like just the other day, this is a smaller example, but, you can kind of get the idea. The other day, I have a hard drive, which has all my videos in it. Every single video I've made is in this one hard drive. And this one hard drive, which is brand new, decided it doesn't want to work. Now, I could flip out and go crazy and be like, oh my God, my videos are gone and blah, blah, blah. But I just look at myself and say, you know what? Whatever, I'll just make new ones.
Make more videos.
And that's how my mindset is now. I'll just make new ones. I'm not going to go crazy over this. The energy that I put into going crazy over this hard drive, I can use that same energy to make new videos. So yeah.
Well, even with the small little tweaks you did on you looked at my TikTok. You look at my phone. Okay, I like this, and I followed your path, and it's served quite well.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So
He's like a self-promoter, He's like a social media genius.
I like to see people do well. So if I learn something and something works for me, then I want to share it with someone else. Like, I don't know, I just enjoy doing it. It's just something I like to do. Like, if I could share the things that I learn, it's cool. Like the other day, I was with this lady named Renee Noor, and she has a pretty big following on TikTok. On Clubhouse. And so I told her, I said, listen, let's do something together. And so she interviewed me, and then we had her. She has this thing called, I think, Women Warriors. I can't remember the name of it. But I got on a Zoom call with them, and it's all to talk about TikTok. It's literally supposed to be 30 minutes. This thing went into 3 hours. It was, and I was enjoying every moment of it because I was like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. Don't do that. And, it's like for me to share something that I know with someone and it can help them. Like, I don't know, I just love doing it. It just makes me happy.
Well, I mean, you're like a give back guy. I mean, everything that you went through in your upbringing and everything, and you're like the type of person that really realizes what success is all about and to be successful.
I think it's got a lot to do with karma, and your karma is really whatever mess you made of karma when you were younger, you're fixing that mess right now by giving it back to other people. It's nothing is yours, it's free to the world type of deal, and you gotta like that no matter what.
It's admirable that he just wants to help people now too. It's you're all about helping people. That's great. But fantastic.
I love learning from you.
You went from robbing them to helping them.
So I follow Wally on Clubhouse. I'll go into rooms when I see you on there. I'll just listen to some of the rooms I go in there. I'm like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be here. This one's not for me. It's like empowering black women or something. I'm like, nah, this is not me. This is I don't fit this genre. But I love learning from you, and I have a feeling I'm going to learn a lot from you in the future. I appreciate you coming and sitting down with us, and I appreciate all the support you gave.
Yeah, dude, like I tell you,
I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go back out there.
I really appreciate you coming out. I mean, we both really appreciate it. I mean,
it was the TikTok video that got you here.
Yeah, it was. Actually, it was. I saw the TikTok video.
The one with us dancing?
I did several of them for us dancing.
You didn't know we had dance moves like that, did you?
I think he did a Christmas one too.
Yeah.
That one's hilarious.
And that's got Andrew's face in it. It's got his face and our other friend Mike DePalma's face.
See, and then we have you to thank for that, because Kevin would never. Listen, I don't know how to do it. Kevin does all that.
Well, the funny thing is, since he doesn't know how to do it, I could really mess with him. I got a couple photographs that I've photoshopped that he's not going to be real proud of. His father will think it's funny though.
Yeah, we did spend a couple days in Florida together, so I'm sure there's some pictures.
We got close. We got real close. Wally, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and I look forward to great things from you in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Wally, thanks again, man.
And we're going to be right back with our next guest.